can catch up on this. So when we've got to draw something, you know, like from goats, from sheep and cows and so on, what I often do is to just put a piece of tracing paper over the top. Not that we're tracing it, but it enables you to just see how you can break it down into simple shapes to help you draw it freehand. So with this goat, I've just sort of drawn a rectangle, divided it in half, into quarters, and a line down the middle, and that helps to give us positions of the eyes, the nose, which is at the bottom of that 3/4 line. The mouth line is 1/8 of the way up, sort of in the middle of that bottom quarter, and then we can also just look at giving ourselves some angles to help get that goat blocked in. So on your sheet, on your reference sheet and your scrap paper, if we start off and we just literally draw a rectangle, and if we divide it in half and in half again, so we've made it into quarters, and a line down the middle, so that's our central line. So I have to get a black sheet as well, but point to that. So we're looking at this bit here, and you've also got a reference picture of your goat as well. So if we just chop that top section, it's not quite 45 degrees, what was that, about 30 degrees, so we put those two angles across the top, and then we come down about halfway down this second section, and then come in at, again, well, that's probably about 45 degrees, that is, and take a straight line down there, and again come in at an angle to create where the bottom of the chin would be. So we've got the very basic block shape of the goatee. Now the nose is about half way down our 3rd quarter. It finishes at the bottom of that, and again it's almost like this sort of squarish block shape. Quite big, the nose, bigger than the cats we were doing the other time. And from that point we've got sort of, the mouth is about halfway down that bottom section, and then there's the top of the lips, which are a little bit curved. Looks like it's got a tash there now, doesn't it? So the eyes, goat's eyes, very much to the side, so they can see who's coming. So just sort of put those in underneath that first line, that first quarter line. So it's beginning to hopefully look a bit goat-like at the moment. Is it?
Yeah.
This is how blocking it in. The ears come from this sort of line, and the big ears, and about halfway along that angle there. So put a suggestion of the ears in again, so about that line, about there, it's going off the page, that one. And the horns, again, very central, probably made that a little bit too. Try and get your shapes the same either side. And then we've got our horn here. Look at your reference picture to get the shape of that. And really, if we just take a line from the top of the eye down towards the nose area, that will give us that sort of snout So what you can do then is you can just curve it up a bit. So we need to just make these not so angular, just give it a bit of a curve. Got the basics of our goat there, hopefully. Not really, I think that line is there. I've got a double middle line. Confusing me a bit. And then his body would go off like that. So same with whatever you're drawing, just look for simple shapes, because it's easy to draw simple shapes, and then we can adjust them, and it helps us to get the proportions. So when you are happy with your goat, then you can do this as many times as you want, but when you're ready, move on to your watercolour paper and just do it like we've done it before. I wouldn't bother with rulers or anything. Make sure you've got enough room to get your ears in as well. So I'm just going to do this onto my watercolour paper now. Nice and light, don't do it too hard, otherwise we won't be able to rub it out. Well, we can rub it out, but it will leave a mark. Try and get the lines fairly straight. We'll divide it up again. Just do it, you know, you don't need to use a ruler and measure, just do it by eye. And just follow what we've done just then. Chopping those corners off, coming down, coming in a little bit. And each time you do this, you'll remember it more and you'll be able to draw a goat. That could be a party trick, couldn't it? I'll show you how to draw a goat. Can you remember how to draw a cow? Because we did that last term. But no, it was a couple of terms ago, wasn't it? So, not massive eyes, but not little tiny ones. Things in the right place. bit big. Just adjust that. And then once it's sketched, I just need to draw down our construction lines. We don't want those showing through. Do look at your reference photo as well.